Small business has a big impact on Alberta. Small businesses make up 95% of all businesses in Alberta, are responsible for 35% of all private sector employment, and contribute 27% of our gross domestic product. Between 2002 and 2012, the number of small businesses in Alberta increased by nearly 13%, the second highest growth rate in Canada. What's next? How do we build on our success? Where do we go from here? How do we better enable small business and accelerate entrepreneurship? Shift is the start of a renewed focus on customer service among the organizations and people that support and empower small businesses and entrepreneurs in Alberta. It's the inspiration behind a shared culture that prioritizes collaboration and measures success through real-world outcomes. It's the result of both research and engagement with small businesses and entrepreneurs throughout the province. Their needs and perspectives have informed our direction. They've told us we need to make it easier for them to locate information and services that are relevant to their business, and we're inspired by their success and ambition.
So traditionally, across Alberta, we've all operated in silos. Each service-based organization has almost defined itself in opposition to the other ones.
I think that there's an issue right now where there's a lot of organizations doing a lot of stuff, that they're not talking to each other.
I think we need to be able to ask ourselves hard questions around as the community evolves, as the caliber of stuff that's happening in community evolves, is what's around them, is that also evolving too?
Some of the great places across North America, Boston, Seattle, New York City, I'll use those ones as examples, they came together as a system. They didn't necessarily all try to create their own individual identities.
And thinking about, well, how can we create a community that is conducive for people that want to make a difference or that want to create something, have the ability to do that?
It's not about choosing sectors or choosing winners. It's about creating a platform where anything that has a viable opportunity to be created in terms of a business or growing a business or getting involved in new markets, that the barriers to that are removed.
We need to be acting on behalf of our clients to facilitate the whole service provider network, building solutions for clients. And our role really is to bring the whole service provider network together and make sure that the client is achieving their end goal.
Our job as the people around them is to just sort of create an environment and the conditions where they can try, see if something works, fail a bunch of times, but sort of keep staying motivated to keep moving forward.
We think the best learning environment for entrepreneurs is actually peer-to-peer entrepreneurs. It's entrepreneurs learning from each other in a safe environment. In order to do that, you need to introduce them together.
I think the Shift Conference will be a great opportunity for service providers from across the province to come together in a format that will allow us all to learn about each other, to continue to build the relationships and ultimately provide better services to the entrepreneurs that we're supporting.
We've all been to conferences, we've all had great discussions, but if we can start to talk about how we organize together, and you start to develop the networks and the connections of how do we start organizing together, then you start to influence policy and the policy changes. And I think government's ready for that.
Government is really opening the door for change to happen, but it sort of needs industry to walk through it.
We're seeing within that group a company that maybe starts out at $1 million and has grown to $2 million, or $2 million and is now growing to $5 million. So it's a really exciting place to see, and we can tap into all of the different network partners that are out there.
What we're doing is we're a public good. We're trying to create something for the benefit of the whole. And that takes a different type of leadership, and it's a little bit selfless on behalf of the service providers. But when the entrepreneurs embrace it and they become a part of it, then they're part of something magical.
So it's just like, it's not just about building something, but maybe building something incredible from Alberta. And I think we have the capability and the capacity to do that because of that talent pool and because of the resources that we do have available to us. Those are the dots that we need to be able to connect.
A cultural change is taking place within our system of service providers. There's a desire to be more collaborative, relevant, easier to locate, and above all, focused on our clients and real-world results. Small businesses and entrepreneurs have provided us with some great feedback that we're eager to implement. Together, we can do more. This is more than a system. We're building more than just a network. We're building a community.